Hi dear friends, in this short lesson, lesson, I always say lesson, in the short video it's not a lesson, I want to share with you a very interesting phenomenon regarding my video course DET with Flying Colors. This is the video course for your independent, self-study preparation for the Duolingo English test. At the moment, it has about 91 video lessons of 45 to 50 minutes each on the average, which gives us the total of 80 plus hours of instruction, you see. So the course is quite large, extensive and beautiful and nice. It's the biggest course in the world, and probably I think it's the only one in the world. Sometimes I check, I monitor, but there are courses of Duolingo reading or writing, but they're usually small, of 10 lessons, something like that. So this is the comprehensive course. But what have happened is that, my friends, very often, maybe not every time, but very often, guys who purchased my course, they succeed at Duolingo having watched only, I want to draw your attention, less than half of all the lessons, you see. So it means like they watch 30 to 40 lessons, of course, about those sections and skills which are developed, let's say, the least. Yeah, and they succeed, you see. Let me show you, by the way, even you will be maybe amazed now, but here are some selected testimonials, and from them, 2 of them are especially, just look guys, 4 days, you see, 4 days working with the self-study video course. Taras, the guy from Ukraine, it seems to me, if I don't like mistake, but I think I don't. So Taras succeeded within 4 days from 85 to 95 at the mock test, and I'm sorry, and real Duolingo. If you think, my friends, that this is not great, I tell you it's great, because usually we should orient ourselves at the lowest margin of your, at the lowest boundary of your practice test, you see. So from 85, it could be 80, 75 at the real. In one sitting he got 100. So in 4 days watching my lessons, he increased by 15 to 20 points. It's amazing, my friends. I, as a tutor, understand what a miracle it is, This one, Ibar, it seems to me, from Kazakhstan. Just look, my friends, 5 days. Again, he was getting 60 to 80 on mock and 80 on real. Here, the problem for the candidate is even more conspicuous, because 60 to 80 on mock test means that Ibar was, let's say, almost a complete beginner in English. I know that the guys who get, let's say, 6 to 7 to 50 at mock test, they just, they just simply cannot write or speak or something like that, let alone words. So, and he got 80 on real. Again, the improvement was by 20 or even, I can surmise, 25 points in 5 days, my friends. So the message of this video is the following, my friends. If you have, for example, 3 or 4 weeks before the test, before the Duolingo, and you think that Dmitri's course has so many lessons and I will not be able to watch all of them, yes, maybe you will not watch all of them, though it's possible physically. You can watch 3 lessons a day, as some guys do, no problem. But even if you watch 1 lesson a day and overall you have about 30 lessons watched, you can improve and you will improve. For example, you have problems with reading, with the vocabulary, very often case, because nobody at school, let's say, wanted to enlarge our vocabulary, passive vocabulary, greatly. So of course, regarding especially some specialized texts where we have terms about physics or chemistry or sociology, politology, and at Duolingo they happen. So you have problems because you don't know many words. Of course, then the meaning cannot be comprehended by you easily because you just don't understand what they say. But speaking is okay, because for some reason maybe you have some friends abroad and you communicate via social networks, I don't know, maybe you work with, so you can converse easily on the easy level using limited number of words, but you can. Of course, in this case, you should watch 20 or 30 lessons about the vocabulary, like read and select and reading. First of all, read and complete. These 2 great tasks will improve your whole Duolingo, and you will succeed. So at the moment, my friends, the course costs $199, but I always include into this sum always a great bonus. Let me show you this is the best platform for your independent Duolingo preparation in the world. I'm sure of that. As an experienced tutor, I tell you, I have helped hundreds of guys using this platform. All my courses are built on this platform, and I use it in my private lessons. So, you know, these guys, they borrow real Duolingo questions and place them on this website. So there are at the moment maybe 5 more or less known such websites in the world for your Duolingo independent preparation, but this one is the best by far. I say by a large margin, because one thing is when you work with the real text. For example, this text is borrowed directly from real Duolingo, so it's a gem, you know, it's a jewelry, a piece of jewelry for us. But at those other sites, very often they create their own text. It's okay, you know, it's good. Maybe there are some linguists among them, and so on and so on and so on, but it's not so great as when you work with the real thing. You know, the real thing is the best. Your practice with the real makes you superb. That's why, and I always give you the link to this resource. So the majority of guys, they watch, for example, one lesson of mine, and then they practice the corresponding skill or section on this resource for example, half an hour or 1 hour. Then when they accumulate energy again, they watch another lesson of mine, and then they work again with the corresponding section here. So, and this combination works miracles, my friends. Let me, you know, probably you may think that these testimonials were created by myself. You know, it's my creed. To be honest with you, I have a lot of testimonials in Ukrainian and Russian, because I come from Ukraine, on my website dimakoropenko.com, but you know, I usually don't present it to you, because though you may use Google Translate or something and read more than 100 testimonials, my friends, and also 6 or 7 video testimonials, or even maybe more. So please think about my course, and it makes sense, I'm sure, to invest this $199 into 3 or 4 weeks of your life and get what you want at Duolingo. By the way, some guys, they combine working with my video course and working with this platform, even with some other lessons with a tutor. Yeah, you can. So this is like a triple combination. Yes, if you want it also, it's great. If you have enough energy and time, it is the best maybe. Okay, my friends, so please write to me if you're interested. To any of my contacts, email or WhatsApp, Telegram, Viber, you're always welcome. I will respond for sure in a couple of hours, and we will discuss. I try to treat each one uniquely, in a unique manner, because you're all individuals. So okay, my friends, I will be happy to see you in our next video.